Hello, beautiful people. Welcome once again to my channel. My name is Fumilayo Azoro Ekize, the founder of Tender Thoughts Connect, where I share my views, my thoughts, and some facts about how we can help our children have beautiful experience while they are growing up, and also have a healthy relationship with them and make them successful individuals in the best way that we can. Once again, I say a big welcome to every one of you, my lovely viewers. And also, I have to appreciate every one of you for subscribing to this channel and also for sharing the videos with your friends and family. God bless you richly. I celebrate every one of you. And also thank you for the feedback. It's really helping us a lot over here. Thank you so much. So if you're yet to subscribe, you still have the opportunity to subscribe. And please share the video with your friends and family. So today I'll be focusing on safety. If you haven't watched my part 1 of my video on safety, please do so. It's very important and also quite helpful. So today my concern is going to be on safety, like I said earlier on. But this time around, I'm going to be focusing on the part of parents and caregivers. So, what is safety? We all have our definition for safety. But according to the Webster Dictionary, safety is simply described as the state in which hazards and every other condition that may lead to harm is controlled so as to preserve the lives and well-being of individuals. So we can see that safety is a very important aspect of living, because when safety measures are not put in place, harm will inevitably occur to individuals. And remember, on this channel, our focus is always on the children. So, just as we need to provide safety measures for adults in their various workplaces, we must ensure that children are also put in safe places, be it their schools or where they worship or where they go to have their fun, like recreation centers, or where they go for their shopping, just name it. We must be conscious of their words, of their safety. More so, we shouldn't wait until harm occurs before we start looking for solution. Like they say, prevention is better than cure. So there are different types of harm that may happen to children, also even adults. We talk about the physical harm, we talk about the emotional abuse, we talk about sexual exploitation and sexual abuse, even commercial exploitation. Do you know that a child can suffer commercial exploitation? You're wondering. Okay, probably you don't even know what commercial exploitation is. Just like the name implies, commercial. Do you know that your child can be in his or her place of learning and somebody is exploiting the child by asking the child to give him or her money to be able to carry out one task or the other for the child? Now you understand. And your child may not be able to give you this information out of fear or threat by the so-called perpetrator. So we need to always talk to our children concerning things like this. If you don't have a healthy relationship with your child, there's no way your child will let you know when they are going through such exploitation. The common exploitation, the commonest exploitation we know is that of sexual exploitation. But how do we even go about educating these children in order not to become victims of sexual exploitation? Many of us wait until it happens, or we just shout at them. When you see your teenage child with the opposite sex, you let hell loose. But there is need for us to educate them on things that matters, especially when it comes to the issue of sex. Now, so I've talked about commercial exploitation, talked about sexual abuse, how we can go about it depends on you as an adult. If you take a look back at your growing up years, there are many things that may have happened to you that you wouldn't want it to be repeated in the life of your child. I've had some nasty experience, quite personal, that maybe one day I'll be able to share it with the public. But if you have gone through any form of abuse, then it's good that you become so conscious and be deliberate that it doesn't reoccur in the life of your child. So it's very important that we start early to educate our children or our learners on issues like this. Remember, we are talking about safety. Like I said, it's better that we prevent these abuses. We need to be proactive when it comes to things like this. Now, when you want to enroll your child in a school, what interests you most is the standard of the school, the curriculum of the school, and then the fees, how affordable the fees are. But have you ever wondered what safety measures are put in place in the school? Is there a child safeguarding policy in the school? Do they operate a safety policy in the school? I think it's high time we learned how to go about this. So as you're going school hunting, bear in mind that you need to find out about their safety policies. Safety policies are not just how to prevent occurrences that has to do with safety, but also how to manage such things when they occur. So as a parent, as a guardian, I want to implore you to be very conscious of the schools you're enrolling your child. When you find out about their curriculum, find out about the fees, also find out if they have safety policies in place. That will go a long way to help your child thrive well in the environment he or she has found him or herself. Now, still about safety. Like I said in my earlier video, it is everybody's responsibility to support the protection of our children. But do you know one thing? Most times we are knowingly or unknowingly responsible for abuses as it concerns our children. You ask me how? Now, take for example, we have what we call emotional abuse. Most times, parents are involved in bringing about emotional abuse upon their children. In what way? Through your words. Most times, we abuse our children verbally that it hurts them so deep. You know what they say about scars? Scars. Some scars can be invisible, while some are quite visible. When you have a fall, you find out that you have a scar, which may heal, and then sometimes it leaves a mark on your body. But there are some scars that are invisible and they never heal. Some children bear those kind of scars up to adulthood. It leaves an indelible mark upon their lives. And if care is not taken, it affects their lifestyle. You find that some children are withdrawn even up to adulthood. They can't, or we find them as misfits in the society without knowing the origin of that kind of lifestyle. And most times, from my experience, is as a result of the decisions or the choices we have made as parents. When you have a parent who is absent in the life of his child, and this child yearns for your presence, the child tries to get your attention in various forms. Do you know that it can affect that child? Yes, it can, because the vacuum has been created. There's loneliness in the life of that child. Don't you think so? And this child, for example, let me take the girl child. This girl, if it's a girl child, she ends up growing up, having that vacuum in life, and then searching for someone to fill that vacuum. No wonder most girls are always looking for father figures in different places. Yes. If you understand what I'm saying, what I would just call a spade, a spade. Most young girls who do not have their fathers in their lives while growing up tend to grow up dating older men. It's not every time a lady dates an older person for money. Sometimes that lady may be looking for a father figure. Yes. I've dropped a bomb this afternoon or this evening. So my dear parents, my dear guardians, it's very important that we try our best to be there for our children as they grow up. What about those who now take solace in drugs? There's always something that will push that child into doing what he or she is not meant to do. Another aspect where we parents are contributing to abuse of children, consciously or unconsciously, is introducing our children to online activities before they are actually ready for it. Yes, we know online activities are trending. It's good. They need it for their schoolwork. They need it to, to become successful people. But one thing we must understand, that there is time for everything. Why will a child of 9 years old be carrying out online activities unsupervised? If a child needs to go online in order to carry out schoolwork, then that child has to be what? Supervised. That child is still a child, not yet an adult. The child must be supervised. Because when you're online, you see different kind of notification popping up. And because this child is not yet matured, is not emotionally stable, he or she may begin to indulge in what may turn out to mar his or her life. So we are still talking about what? Safety. By now you should know that safety is not just protecting the child from falling or having what? A domestic accident. We need to be what? Online safety conscious. Before you hand that phone to that child, ensure that the child is ready to face that world. So, I want to believe that we've learned one or two things on today's episode. Remember that it is your responsibility, it is my responsibility to support the protection of the child. Very important. A child whose foundation has been destroyed cannot make the society a beautiful place as we desire. So let's work together to ensure that we build the right foundation for the children today so that our tomorrow will be a better one for us. I remain Fumilayo Azoro Ekeze from Tender Thoughts Connect, and I say be inspired. Thank you.